We are launching our search for the next big name in children's books. We want to find a budding author who can write their own top tale, with the winner having the chance to see their book published. Who wins is down to our judges. Best-selling children's author and McFly star, of course, Tom Fletcher. Also on the panel, Bake Off winner and mum of 3, Nadiya, and Katie Price from Hatchet Children's Group Publishing. Also, I'm going to be helping our panel with their final decision, along with the director of the National Literacy Trust, Jonathan Douglas. Before we tell you more, here are just some of Tom's top tips on how to write a top tale.
If you've got that passion for putting pen to paper, here are my top writing tips. Number 1, don't wait. Whenever you've got an idea, just get it out. If I sit down to write, nothing ever happens, but I'll be driving my car or in the shower and I'll have an idea, so I have to cancel plans and make time to write. Number 2, get into the zone. When I was writing my Christmas book, I wore Christmas jumpers, decorated the house and ate turkey sandwiches every day just to get into the festive spirit. Number 3, read. Read, 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 read. Do your research and learn from the greats. Think Roald Dahl, Dr. Seuss, J.K. Rowling, because well-written books are so inspiring. Number 4, write. No one's going to give you the opportunity until you actually write something. You've got to be passionate about your story and about putting words onto the page, not about the bigger picture of being an author. Well, that's my advice for you. Now, I've got to get back to writing. It takes a lot of work to keep my biggest critics happy.
Well, Tom, Nadiya and Kate are here now. It's lovely to see you all, and this is really exciting. Tom, tell us, what are we looking for? What exactly do we want?
Well, I think what I'm looking for is something that that I would enjoy reading to my kids.
Of
Make
course.
it engaging and fun for your kid, and that's it's really difficult if you don't enjoy it. So I'm looking for something that I would enjoy to read to Buzz, I think.
That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. It really does. And you read to him anyway, don't you? I think it's one of the joys.
All the time.
It really is. I mean, Nadiya, you've got 3 children.
Yeah.
And I loved reading to my daughter. I thought it was great, especially like old books that I loved, as well as new ones. It's just so good. And it's you've got to get the right book for them, though, haven't you?
Yeah, and I think, like what Tom was saying, you have to bring you have to bring it to life yourself as a parent. So sometimes you read a book and think, oh God, let's just get through this really quickly. Bad day to come in with a cold, isn't it?
Oh, don't worry about it,
Sorry,
love.
guys, stay away.
Everybody's got the bug. I've got a buglet as well.
Yeah.
We're all coming down with things. It's that time of year.
Yeah.
And then our kids give it to us, and then it just goes round
goes
and
round
round.
and round.
It does. It absolutely does. So it's got to be something that you love.
Yeah.
And it's got to be something that comes from your heart. And it's always, they do say, write what you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And sometimes I think it's writing about the little things, and I think sometimes it's making the things that things that you wouldn't think are fun. Like, you know, you can turn a washing machine into something very fun, and that sounds silly, but you can. There are ways of doing it, and it's just in the writing, and it's the little things, and sometimes the little details are the most important, I think.
And you really know what you're talking about, because you're doing one too, aren't you? Your book's going to be coming out at the end of the year.
I am.
Which is great.
Yeah, so it's just like, I just really looking forward to kind of taking the book, and books are traditionally bedtime, and I've kind of changed that and turned it into not bedtime and more in the kitchen. So it's stories that you would tell in the kitchen.
That's a great idea, because, you know, obviously with the whole Bake Off thing, that works beautifully.
Yeah.
What a great idea. It's really good. Kate from Hatchet.
That's right. That's
sorry.
right.
So what are you looking for? What makes it, when you know, as a publisher, when somebody comes to you with an idea, what should anybody who wants to enter, what should they be thinking?
Well, it's a combination of lots of things. We're looking for original story ideas, things that really capture a child's imagination. We're looking for memorable characters, whether they're goodies or baddies. And we're looking for adventure, mystery, excitement and humour, I think is really, really important for this age group. And 5 to 7 is the age group we're looking for, and that's a really great age group to write for, because I think you've got, at the beginning, the children are quite young and they're being read to, but up to the higher end at 7, they're starting to read themselves, which is really satisfying and a proud moment for a parent.
And we're looking more for the words rather than the illustration in this case.
Yes.
Because obviously illustration helps, of course it does, but when they're a good bit younger, it's all about the pictures, isn't it? It's all about that. So this is more about...
It's about the words, and we, as the publisher, would provide the illustrations and the cover and everything for the book. Yes.
So it's getting that initial idea, making sure that works, and then getting it down.
That's right. And I think timeless stories as well, you know, stories that last the test of time, like Enid Blyton. I mean, she's been around for 50, 60 years, and children still love her stories, and they're still really relevant today. So
I used to love all the Enid Blyton books.
Yeah.
And
Famous
Just
Five
William.
were my favourite.
Famous Five, me too. I love the Famous Five. Just William I loved as well because he was so naughty. I thought he was really good. Right, brilliant. Thank you for that. Right, it's time to get writing now. We've talked, now you have to write. For your chance to be published by Ashett Children's, send us in the first 1,000 words of your story, along with a plot summary and details about yourself. Remember, it's aimed at kids aged 5 to 7. It's all about the words, as we said, and not the pictures. You can email your entries to Lorraine's Toptail at itv.com. Submissions need to be received by 9 o'clock on Monday, the 29th of February. You've got to be 18 and over to apply. For more information, full terms and conditions and all of that, you go to the website itv.com/Lorraine. So it's the first 1,000 words. In a book like this, how many words would you expect to have in a book?
I think minimum 6,000,
Right.
maximum about 8,000 for this
Okay.
age group.
So it's the first 1,000 words, but also put in your plot and your storyline and all of that. Can't wait to read them.